All right, it's going to be a fun one this weekend. Bears, Browns, fun for a couple of reasons. Eric and I, well, at least Eric used to live in Chicago, migrated back to Cleveland. I'm still in the Chicago area. We got Justin Fields, the former Buckeye, starting for the Bears this weekend, his first NFL start. And can the Browns maybe show their full capabilities this weekend? Eric, we'll start with you here. What do you think? Does the defense get back on track against Justin Fields?
Well, you saw what the defense did against Patrick Mahomes and a veteran, solid quarterback in Tyrod Taylor, and that is not very good. I think Tyrod had over 140, like 144 QB rating last week. You saw what they did in a rookie QB, Davis Mills. He finished 8 of 18, 102 yards, a touchdown, an interception, and was sacked and fumbled. Recovered his own fumble, but was still sacked and lost a fumble. Obviously, the expectations are going to be much higher for Justin Fields than they are for Davis Mills. But I would expect Joe Woods to finally change things up this week and bring more pressure. The other thing is he's been playing a lot of zone coverage these first 2 weeks. I would like to believe that he's going to kind of mix in some man, especially that's going to lead to those blitzes where you have man on the outside and you have a free rusher, whether that's Grant Delpit or JOK or some other linebacker. What we cannot see for this defense is what happened last week was that 15-yard touchdown run by Tyrod Taylor. It was not a good look by the defense, and Tyrod's a crafty veteran, pretty good, but Justin Fields is much bigger and faster than Taylor, so we got to not allow those. And by we I mean the team, I guess. I'm not on the team.
Oh, it's we.
Yeah,
it's
that's right. We can't allow those running lanes. Don't care what part of the defense you're going to, you cannot allow those rushing lanes for a talented athlete like Fields. So, I'm hoping that Ward Newsome and the secondary can cover guys like Darnell Mooney, Allen Robinson, and David Montgomery. Those are my three key guys that the defense is going to have to take a look at, given. I mean, Fields is obviously a given, but the three non-quarterbacks. So, yeah, to answer your question, I expect an improvement. I don't think they're going to be firing on all cylinders, but I would like to see a sharp improvement from week 2. I'm not even going to include week 1 because they're playing the Chiefs, who was one of the best offenses in this league. But they were very underwhelming last week. They did make some plays in the second half with a rookie QB in, so I'm hoping they can take those steps from that second half and kind of improve upon that this week.
Drew, in my expert opinion here, I have to ask the question, why doesn't Myles Garrett have 10 sacks already? Come on.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's a very reasonable set of expectations. I feel like Myles should always be sacking the quarterback on every single play. But, it's funny that you bring him up because I find myself watching these games and saying, come on, Myles, make a play. It's not come on defense. It's come on, Myles, win the game for us, right? Like that seems to be the defensive philosophy here. And that was fine against Patrick Mahomes. Like, make him drive the length of the field. If they could have played that defense the whole way, they wouldn't have given up that big home run to Tyreek Hill. They might have won the game, right? So I had no problem with that defensive philosophy against the greatest quarterback playing today. But when you come back against check down Charlie, Tyrod Taylor, a guy who is happy to play his entire career throwing 6-yard ins and 4-yard outs that they turn into 5 and 6 yards. He is very content scrambling for a couple, 5-6 yards. The defense was happy to give him that the entire game. And that is my concern for this defense, is that they're unable to sort of flip that switch off of keep everything in front of us, make them go the length of the field, the sort of prototypical bend but don't break Browns defenses of the past. I mean, the point of playing defense ought to be to make the quarterback's life difficult. Against Patrick Mahomes, that's what they did. They made him go against his nature, make him go the length of the field, but that was not against Tyrod Taylor's nature. There was nothing there that made him stay in the pocket, took away the short stuff, and made him throw it deep to beat you. That's what I'm looking for this team in the weeks ahead. Is can you disguise coverage, or is it just soft zone the entire way down the field? Can you bring some blitzes that they don't see coming, like they did with Grant Delpit at one time, or is it just, come on, Miles, win the game? So that's what I'm looking forward to. This defense is certainly something that has been, despite pretty good play from a lot of the members of the defense, the sum seems to be less than the total of the parts for some reason.
Yeah, I think the watching the Bengals play the Bears last week, I think the Bengals gave us a blueprint for what we should do this weekend. It's putting pressure on Fields. Fields is just holding the ball. He's a rookie quarterback. He's holding the ball for a half a second too long, and he'll either run for it or he'll get sacked. He did make some good completions against the Bengals, but I think putting pressure on Fields is going to be paramount to having a blowout win this weekend. And I think that's what the Browns have to be looking for. I don't think the Bears looked like world beaters against the Bengals. Browns need to have a big statement game this weekend, on both sides of the ball.